Gary, a good pre-season workout against the Welders tonight.
Yeah, very different to the last time we played. Different circumstances. I know they only just started back, but really important to get more minutes in the boys' legs, get them a feel for ball, and start getting them combinations and new players fitting into the squad. So yeah, a good workout.
And results in pre-season never really count for anything, but good to be among the goals and get a bit of confidence up, especially with the forward players.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It breeds confidence, doesn't it, throughout the season? Certainly where the strikers are concerned. It was great to have Lee back in amongst the group this week. He's obviously been away for a couple of weeks and missed a couple of weeks of pre-season, but he looked very, very sharp and very fit when he came on. Leroy was nursed this week and that because he had a bit of a hamstring at the tail end of last week. But again, having Leroy back in that there again in amongst the squad, and that makes such a big difference to us all. So yeah, listen, it was great to see Lusty get on the end of 1-2. He was unlucky with a few chances early on. So yeah, it's great to see the strikers all scoring and chipping in and playing with such freedom, and the boys getting into the box and wanting to score goals.
Yeah, and you made the point about Lee Bonus coming back in after being involved with the national team. That must benefit him and in turn benefit us with the type of players that he's around every day in those camps.
Yeah, I think when you go away to that level, it really opens your eyes to the standard that's out there. He was certainly there on merit. He was obviously disappointed he maybe didn't get minutes on the pitch, but the experience will be invaluable to him. He's came back with that, using that experience. He's come into the group this week like he's never been apart from it. He's been such a big part of what we've been about for the last couple of years. The intensity that he plays with, is always there, even in a pre-season friendly like tonight. So Lee's brilliant. He's come back into the fold not there, and we love having him in and around the place again.
And Ali Omar got onto the pitch tonight after arriving at the club yesterday. It's good to get players like that on the pitch and involved, and he has said, like lots of other people who have arrived at the club, made to feel very welcome, and it's about getting him settled in as quickly as possible. He's
the loveliest big lad, isn't he? I know you boys did an interview with him. He's such a nice fella. I've been sort of shepherding him about a wee bit, showing him around the place and that, and looking after him the first couple of days since he's been in here. He's just a lovely big fella, and he's so keen and so pleased to be here. That's the nice thing about him coming from Torquay. He's coming here to see it. It's really exciting for him to be. It's a new challenge, Champions League football that he's walking straight into. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic to get him out there, get him minutes, get him used to playing with the boys, getting used to the surface. Like he said, he's not been used to playing on a 3G pitch last year. And he'll adapt to that very quickly with the training and everything else that we do. So he's certainly a breath of fresh air around the place. He's a man mountain. He can eat enough for 3 people. Jamie's been bumped down the queue and that, so he has for lunches and that, so he is waiting behind the big alley to get his seconds. But he's a brilliant big character. And it's again another brilliant addition to the squad.
And speaking of the coaching staff, the first time since the draw was made, first round of the Champions League, has given us a trip to Helsinki first. What do you make of that?
Yeah, we'll spend the next sort of few days, and since the draw came about, now they're doing a homework on them and finding out a little bit more about them. There was never going to be an easy tie, that's part of Champions League football. They were all going to be difficult and present their own problems and that. But Finland, at least fans should be able to access it quite easily, and it'll be a big challenge for us. They also play on a 3G pitch, so again it'll be used to the surface and playing on them sort of conditions. But there were all big challenges in their own right. Helsinki was one that we looked at and thought, we want to go and give a good account of ourselves. We want to see, can we get into the next stage and that, and they may be looking at Larne and thinking it's a great opportunity for them to get there too. So we'll be prepared for as much as any team will be prepared going into the Champions League. The gaffer is absolutely meticulous in his plan and his preparation. We will know them inside out with the work of Simon and Oliver and the analysis teams do, and Seamus, gaffer, and myself will hopefully come together with a game plan.
They're a team who were in the Europa League group stages last year. They'll be halfway through their season, but is this almost a free hit for us in terms of, you say, going and giving the best account of ourselves and seeing what comes from it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, that they've got the experience of European football. They've made group stages previously and everything else. They're a very big budget and that they're to work off, so all the expectations on them. It is, and rightfully so, that because of their previous exploits and that they're in Europe. So we can go there and you have the Europa League, you're guaranteed at least another game in that there in Europe, but we'll not be looking to that game. We'll just be fully focused on the Helsinki one on the 12th, and we'll prepare as best we can for that game.
And around 3 weeks until the first leg, so preparations continue, and another game on Saturday, and the Charity Shield to come after that. So good level of opponents and good challenges that we need between now and that first leg.
Yeah, I think you've always you touched on Helsinki already being in season. That makes a big difference whenever you've been playing and you get the rhythm and you've settled into your league. It's always difficult for Irish league clubs because we are playing catch up. It's always difficult to get that level of competition. I suppose it's good that they brought the Community Shield forward for us and the Crews as a preparation game. Should be a tight game and one to look forward to. We've got another game to look forward to this Saturday. So yeah, we'll keep preparing. The boys have been working incredibly hard. This is the toughest I've seen them working out there since I've been here. Much credit to Stuart McCammon and Glenn Wilkinson. And Glenn's come in there this year supporting Stuart in the strength and conditioning, and the work that these boys have been doing and what they've been put through. It's been impressive, to say the least. So we'll certainly come in 3 weeks' time, and that there will be a lot fitter, a lot sharper, and better prepared for the challenge.
And just finally, 2 arrivals so far over the summer window. Are we likely or possible to see any more in the coming days or weeks?
Yeah, I think so. And I think there's still positions where the manager wants to have competition for places. I know he's desperate to have at least 2 players for every position. We need another goalkeeper, obviously. Big Eddie played there tonight. I thought he done really well. He made a fantastic save. The one save they had to make, he equipped himself really, really well. Another lovely big lad, and landed the Giants. I'm walking around training ground looking up at everybody. So we are the last couple of weeks because they're all come in and they're big athletic players, which bodes well for our Irish League campaign for next season. So yeah, we'll look to strengthen. We'll always be looking. Jerry obviously came in at the end of January last year, and out there and helped with recruitment, and he's made a big impact in that department. Not just with the first team, but with the scholarship program and below. The aim is to strengthen the club from top to bottom. And we continue to grow. But I think it's brilliant to see like Dylan Sloan out there. I know he's been here for the last couple of years, 2-3 years, and that's since the scholarship program. But he's really starting to establish himself amongst the first team players, as is Matty. We're really cementing their place in it. Like Keelan's got minutes there, Ethan's got minutes. Ben Walker came on again and equips himself well. So hopefully in that there now you'll start seeing them players filter into our becoming more mainstream players in the first team. And it's up to them in that there to force a way into the thinking for the manager, so that he doesn't need to recruit from outside. So no, it's bode well. It's been brilliant to get back and at it. And I'm really looking forward to what comes ahead.
Super, thank you.
Thank you, Pat.